Hello, welcome to another quick update for Desolate Star. I've been doing a lot of work on it here and there, mostly to the first level, which is going to be an asteroid level, which I'm about to show off a little bit. It's not quite done. It needs a lot of work with the lighting. I'm having a lot of problems with my first-person controller. I tried to make my own. It's not really working out so well, but I'll come back to that later. So, quick list of the updates. I've built the interior asteroid level. I've also built the exterior a little bit, which I've shown off the exterior in photos. I probably won't be doing any video of the exterior quite yet. Today we're just going to look at the interior a little bit. There's several assets that I used to create the interior asset. All of the assets that I do use for Desolate Star will be in the credits, so credit will be given for where credit is due. There were a couple of assets that I was using before that weren't really working out. Thankfully, the developer was very quick to make repairs to the assets, so I have reincorporated pieces of that asset. I'm not going to be using it the same way that I was before. Mainly for the space station that was shown off in previous videos and previous photos. Anyway, let's take a look at the game here. It's already running. As you can see there's the planet. I haven't changed anything with the planet or the asteroids yet. However, I am eyeing a certain asset for LOD asteroids. Some of you may already know what I'm talking about. I would really like to increase the number of asteroids to somewhere around 10 or 12,000 to give the player just that feeling of working around something that's dead rock. Anyway, we'll get around to that eventually, probably later next year. We'll go ahead and click in the game. I haven't really changed anything with the UI. I've turned down the screen overlay with the scratches. I don't know if you can really see it in the video there. I've turned that down just a little bit so it has a little bit more natural feel to it. I will be changing the UI drastically over the next several months. But anyway, we'll go ahead and go into the asteroid and take a look at it here. Alright, so some of y'all will recognize the assets that I used here to create the interior asteroid, and I hope that you do, because they're amazing, amazing pieces of artwork. And we're just going to take a little gander through it here. Like I said, the lighting needs a lot of work. I do not like how dark this particular scene is, but again, minor changes. The LOD on the crystals, I will say, is amazing. The detail, absolutely beautiful. And this will be the main room of the asteroid. There will be pieces and other alleyways cut off of this room here. And we have this giant light at the ceiling. Kind of lights up the whole room, and I've got some problems with the lighting. If you can see it there, it kind of flickers black and makes some really weird shadows. I'll take you into some of the rooms again. Not all the animations are quite set up yet. The doors and everything are open or closed, but they're not quite ready. As I build some collision detection, I have to fix a few of the wall graphics there, which appear to be a little bit too far into the wall. The asset here that I'm using is amazing. Every time I turn around, I'm finding something new that I like about it. It's absolutely beautiful. The textures are stunning. The fact that every little thing that you see in this scene is separate. The pipes, even the lights, the reactors, the wall pieces, everything is individual. It's really amazing, and I'm very, very impressed with it. If you've been on the fence about investing in the cost of it, yes, do it. We'll move on to the next little scene here. Yeah, a lot of the sounds work, a lot of the animations aren't set up yet. The crates are actually animated. I do not have the interaction coded with them yet. So eventually every one of these crates that you see that's single by itself, as opposed to a pile of them, something similar to that, will be interactable by the player. They'll usually house things like materials or items that the player can use for crafting, survival, food, upgrades for their suit, all kinds of crazy various things. We'll kind of take a look around, and again, there's several different assets being used here, and there's Again, there's some problems with the lighting just because of the way that I have the level set up. But again, there's so much detail in the asset that it was a no-brainer when I started looking at it and I was really researching it, that investing in it was definitely worth it. Some very beautiful screens and computers, nice little desk prop, some wall pieces, different asset, also very amazing. And we'll move on to the next section. The light pillars here are kind of a mix of two different things, the cave asset and the space station asset. I just kind of put it together, put the lights around all 4 sides, made it a group, and bam, light pillar. So, yeah. That propagates several times through the game, so figured somebody would ask eventually. The sounds, the little ambient sounds that are kind of everywhere, come with the space station asset. I have not added sounds too much to the game yet, mainly because there isn't really a need yet. I do have a friend of mine who's been helping me put together some sounds, Brandon, who's made some pretty amazing little beeps and general sci-fi sounds. It was super, super helpful, and they're really cool, and I'll be implementing that pretty soon. Another pile of very beautiful crates. And again, the anti-aliasing is something I'm going to be working on as well. I've been on the fence about how it looks right now, and I'm not really liking that. This is the space station, one piece of the another space station asset that I was working with the developer on, just pointing out a few minor problems that they had with it, nothing major, but they were super awesome about updating it. The cost is very, very reasonable. It's $15 for this particular asset that has this piece in it. The only downside that I have to it right now is that I've got to set up some collision to keep the player from basically running through the wall of the pipe and falling out into the asteroid. But minor issue there, but the asset is amazing. And this, I will not reveal why that's there yet. That is all part of the game, part of the story. In fact, that right there is nothing major. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Few glitches with a few of the wall textures, but nothing that can't be fixed pretty easily. And so far the cabinets are not animated. I am kind of on the fence about animating them and putting items in there. I probably will. Most of the crates like this, I'm not really set on using them for item boxes per se, but the asset that they came with is pretty amazing, and I don't want to waste it. I definitely want to show off how amazing the detail is on those things. But that's pretty much it. That's just a real quick look at the interior of the asteroid level. Not anything spectacular yet. It's getting there. We've got a long way to go. I just want to make a real quick note that I'm very, very grateful for this Game of Ours, or Games of Ours Facebook page voting Desolate Star the Game of the Month last month in September 2015. I'm very, very grateful for that. And I'm very, very humbled by the response that actually turned around. Just for someone who, like me, I've never made video games before. This Desolate Star is my real first undertaking. I have a few other minor games out there, but they're not really games in my opinion. But thank you. I hope that you guys like what you have seen so far. If you don't, give me a shout out. Let me know if you see some improvements or things that I could change, or if you see something that I could improve. Just let me know. If there's things that you want to add, let me know. I will be starting a Kickstarter campaign for Desolate Star. However, it will not be till next year. I decided that this late in the year, everything's kind of wrapping up. Everybody's going to be shopping for the holidays. I don't want to throw a Kickstarter out there right when everybody's trying to do Christmas shopping. So that will be coming around next year, and I hope to see your support. Be very, very much appreciated. By then, there will be more video. The asteroid level should be about 80 to 90% complete by the time I do the Kickstarter campaign, to really show off what the whole point of the game actually is. I know that everybody right now is kind of going, well, what kind of game is it? Is it first-person shooter? Is it survival? Is it horror? Kind of everything. I hope that you guys like how the game progresses over the next several months and over the next year. So I'd like to officially announce I'm aiming for the end of 2016, somewhere around December or so, to launch Desolate Star on Steam. It's a very lofty goal, considering I'm the only one who's working on the game right now, and it's a massive undertaking for me personally. And I'm very, very grateful for all the support that everyone has given me, all the time that people have taken out of their day just to talk to me about it. Your suggestions have been written down in more than one place, so thank you for that, and I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. And that's pretty much it. Y'all have a great weekend.